Convene in a moot, eh? Very interesting. Visit moot to convene a moot. Alright, we're back in the land of Skyrim, and we have just completed the Dark Brotherhood quest. So we've gotten through all the, and we've also completed the Thieves Guild, so we've kind of gone through the main stealth storylines, and now we're undertaking being a fighter. So, other than the Companions, which is the Fighters Guild in Skyrim, there aren't any official fighter quests. So we're going to go through the Forsworn quest and the Companions quest as fighters and see how we fare. So, let's see how it goes. We found out we're a pretty epic mage. We're kind of a subpar assassin thief, and we have yet to see how our chops are at a fighter. All I know is that we have very low health, which is kind of integral for being a fighter. And we have we don't have a lot of practice with weapons. Speaking of which, that might be a good time to get some practice in. See how we do. Not bad. That's gonna help that we have ebony armor. The ebony armor is pretty awesome. Yeah, we're looking pretty epic here. Off to Markarth for the Forsworn. So it's been a while. We uncovered this quest while on another main quest, so we didn't diverge from it. But somebody basically got stabbed in the marketplace, like right around that stall, and we discovered that somebody was saying something about the Forsworn, and some guy left us a note that we need to meet him in the temple here in Markarth, Talos' temple, and he'll give us a little more info on the marketplace stabbing. So need to.
Can't believe I'm posted here. Even the beds are made of stone.
Yeah, like, I can see how it would be uncomfortable, but man, this city is one of the coolest places in Skyrim, in my opinion. As far as it's like made right out of Glimmer ruins. Yeah. Like, you can't get much more epic. All the fresh water and waterfalls, and but it does feel like there's a lot of like class struggle and Forsworn and just the uncomfortability of everything being made out of stone. All right, where's our guy? Where's our Deuterino? What's up, my dude, my bro, Broseph?
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do.
We just killed the Emperor.
I'm sorry to drag you. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do. You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a Forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please, you find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Wayland and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me.
Sounds fair.
She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Wayland, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers.
Excuse me.
They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people. Yes, It all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who was in the Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why.
Interesting.
Let me know as soon as you found anything.
Alright, so we know who Ulfric is. Ulfric is still alive. He's in Windhelm. He's the force of resistance in the Civil War against the Empire as the leader of the Stormcloaks. So I guess it wasn't that long ago that the Forsworn had a strong presence in the city and he drove them out. I mean, it couldn't have been like, you know, at most like 30 or 40 years. Like, I can't imagine Ulfric is in his 50s, considering how dangerous Skyrim is and access to healthcare and whatnot. And he's just a human, he's not an elf, so I guess there's magic, but Nords don't like magic. So apparently he was like a mine worker, so he worked in the mine, so it's probably of the lower class, which is, you know, that's the one thing about Markarth that is a little rough, is it's pretty class. Yeah, we're not going down in the mines yet. It's pretty class divided. It feels like there's like you know, the people that own the mines and the people that work in the mines. Kind of the same way with Dawnstar in a lot of ways. And the poor people that work in the mines apparently live in the Warrens, which is like the slums, I guess. So pretty rough setting. You know, we're in the Warrens right now. It looks pretty dirty. Looks like there's, you know, people are suffering. Probably bad air. Very dusty. Yeah, not very sanitary.
You don't want to be here. No, to.
Yeah, so it sounds like people that just fell on hard times are either in debt or that's the only job that they can find. Alright, so it looks like we're still gonna have to exercise some of our thieving to snoop around and find out what's going on. I mean, like, we're gonna try to be completely fighter, but in a way, like, I feel like all these skills build on each other. This makes us more well-rounded. Islands, no. What do you got for us, Swineland? Waylon. You've been chosen to strike fear in the heart of the Nords. Go to the market tomorrow, you'll know what to do. Yeah, so apparently he was communicating with some entity or organization.
Anyone here doesn't dolls or ataxia.
Take one last gander at the note here. Yeah, it sounds like the Warrens is a place where you get sick and die, so I don't know. You know, hopefully Markarth changes their policies. N. Somebody named N. Alright, what's going on?
You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson.
I listen to threats.
You'll listen to this. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Just the cups, eh? Well, it's... I think picking a fight with somebody with ebony armor is always a mistake, but...
Just gonna stand there.
Fight back.
Man, this guy's got a pretty hefty constitution, I guess. Look at the guards haven't stepped in, I guess. Gosh, he's just wailing on us. Let's see. We're getting our butts kicked. They're wailing on us, and they're not wailing. That's the name of the guy. We were investigating. He'd be getting a little worn down.
Do your worst. Son of a... No, fight, fight. You're making me angry. Drive that snowman to the ground. Come on.
Pretty mad. Forever.
You mangy piece of pit bait. I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders.
I could smell metal.
Nepos the nose, eh?
Weak-willed pigskin.
I was sent by
Do I
Nepos
have
the
to do
Nose.
everything?
The old man hands out the orders. I'll work harder.
They do a little shakedown there.
I oversee Markarth's smelter. Worker get time, I get him back in line.
It's not true what they say about you and the Dark Brotherhood, is it?
Nepo, say it looks like he's up in the more swanky district.
You're that mage from the... Your things are finally calmed down over there.
Yeah, so this is kind of the upper crust of Markarth, so it's from the top down, I guess.
Excuse me. What's your business here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send him in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
Okay, Nepo's the
I'm sorry
nose.
about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want? I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want?
I guess he does kind of a bit of a snaz.
Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years, sending the young to their deaths, all in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired. Because my king told me to. Madanach. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question. My dear boy, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last. He is the king in rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick. Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the Elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others.
Yeah, the Forsworn are like, I remember when we went through Skyrim history, they're like, from human, Daedra, and elf stock, so pretty tough. So it sounds like this guy is just being very frank because he figures we're gonna be dead in a few seconds here. So, all right, let's see if we can fight our way out of here.
I'm sorry.
Ready for this? I have to resort to magic here.
Care of that?
Yikes. Yeah. You are not ready.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I'm gonna switch this up.
Excuse me. What's your business here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send him in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now what is it you want? Now what is it you want? Ah, yes. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years because I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages. My dear, you were seen coming. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. He stokes the passion, all from inside Sidna Mine. Markarth, but then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't.
Never should have come here.
That's wild. Pretty wild. Are we out of health? Attention.
Be good.
Yikes. This is crazy.
Getting out of here. Hey, what
This can be tricky.
a fight? I'm getting out of here. Fight! These fools are actually fighting! Hey, watch what you're doing!
Alright. Yikes. That's crazy. Madness. It's interesting, it's like
What happened?
in the nicer district and his name is Nepo, and think of like now it's really passe to say, but like nepotism or whatever. Yeah, so it looks like the king of the Forsworn is still alive, and he's been imprisoned in the mines, but somehow through a network he's able to get his orders to his followers, and it sounds like there might be an
Emperor of
uprising,
Skyrim,
so...
Dead. The dark times, my friend.
Emperor of Skyrim dead? I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you looking at me weird? I don't know. Alright, let's take a look here and see what is going on with our good old buddy Nepo. I grow guilt-ridden in my old age. So many of the young sent their deaths. All in the name of the Forsworn, all in the name of Madanak, my king, who watches us from behind iron bars, and Sidna Did not mine. How long have I served you? Since the uprising against the Nords. It doesn't feel like it's like that long ago, I guess, but maybe. Was there ever a time when all that violence isn't overshadowed our destinies? What choice do I have but to do as I am instructed? They said like Ulfric Stormcloak. Maybe they meant Ulfric Stormcloak's father, and I misunderstood. But if it's Ulfric Stormcloak, we actually met Ulfric, and he wasn't that old, so it couldn't have been that long ago. We're gonna meet up with somebody in the Silverblood Inn here.
The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms. This is the Blood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself.
My father, Klepper, is the one you want to talk to. I just clean up.
A pretty nice inn. Oh, I was mistaken. I thought I was pointing to the inn, but it's actually the Shrine of Talos. So yeah, we're meeting back up with that one guy. I was wondering. It just looks like it points towards the inn. Yeah, the Shrine of Talos would make a lot more sense because that's where we met the one dude who sent us on all this business.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one day, like my mother and father. Being an apprentice is great. I get to swing a hammer at things.
Great. Good for you. Holy cronoli.
We warned you, but you just had to go and cause trouble. Now you have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Magana, until you and Elter started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the King in Rags when you're in Signa Mine. You'll never see the sun again. No one.
We might be able to take him, but I have a feeling that we would get our butts kicked. Escape. Your equipment can be found in the first line chest somewhere in the jail.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it?
When do I get out?
You'll pay off your debt to the Reach. Just work, and you'll earn your freedom. All right, open her up. Now you, get down there.
Rough times, rough times.
What are you doing that for?
It looks like Markarth is built off the sweat of
I was sent here because someone said I was a forsworn.
the poor. And people who poke their noses in places they're not supposed to poke their nose in. Yeah. Pretty hopeless looking. Need to see if we can find
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem.
the king of the Forsworn down here somewhere. Yeah, so I'm kind of torn, because the Forsworn people did try to kill us,
innocent.
and they are killing people
No
in
one's
town.
framed me. I was nowhere near that murder weapon.
So the Forsworn aren't very good, but then there's also like an element here in town that's not good. Start telling who to trust. It's gotta be here somewhere. Gotta find the king of the Forsworn. Okay. We just like spend the rest of the game just like mining down here. Like huh. A little concerning. Maybe we're supposed to mine.
I left behind Uale when I was taken.
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh?
But the blood and
A
smile.
true killer like me. The gods put us here to fill their halls with souls. You'll fit in fine down here. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging. The strongholds keep to themselves. Skyrim hasn't always been kind to the orcs. For an outsider like you to be accepted, an orc would have to make you blood kin and send word to the chiefs. Trust like that is not freely given. Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then. But these Forsworn, they're nothing like the men I cobbled together. They're real killers. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging.
Lollygagging, eh?
How old is my daughter now, I wonder? So you lose track of time. What are you in for, new blood? Violent one, huh?
Playing the tough card.
Best keep that to yourself, new blood. Others find out, they'll consider that a challenge. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madanak, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkle the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkle the Beast.
I don't know, we seem to get on pretty well.
Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here, Grisvar has
We're a
a
mage,
spare,
we can just light him
if
up.
you could get him to part with it. Bottles of moon sugar. Khajiit use it as a pick-me-up. A good way to pass the time. Prisoners smuggle the stuff in. Only currency we have down here.
For being such a like stronghold, it seems like people are able to get things in and out pretty easily.
A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here. They come in here once a week to clean out the bodies, grab any ore we've mined, and beat down the troublemakers. That's the only time when we get food, too. And if there's not enough ore mined up, we don't get any. Because
Yikes.
life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in their blood. Madanark's guard. Big, even for an orc. Heard he ripped a man's arm off and beat him to death with it. He's old-fashioned like that.
Well, I know who Borkle is. I don't know if he should get a shiv, because if it comes down to it, I mean, let's go ahead and save it and just test to see a bunch of guards rush in. That might be the caveat.
With fire.
So dig.
Who would we talk to? Yeah, we seem to get on fine with Borkle, but I don't know if we can reason with him or if we're gonna have to kill him.
My daughter,
Prison's not so bad. You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. The only thing Monarch expects is a bottle of skooma in tribute ever so often. You're not getting through. Fight well.
Okay. Somewhere around here, somebody with a shiv. Who did you say it was?
I'm just another Forsworn, sent to rot here in this mine. Madanark's guard. Big, even for an orc. But prisoners smuggle the stuff in. Only currency we have down here.
Yeah, you said there's somebody around here with a shiv.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn.
Farewell. I got locked up one too many times. Ah, you want protection? I can get you what you need.
It'll cost you.
Maybe you could do something for me first. Duok has a bottle of skooma. Finest distilled moon sugar. I'm shaking just thinking about it. Thank you, friend. Don't worry. I'll have that shiv ready for you. Until next time.
Alright. Gotta help the drug addict.
I swear, if I ever get out of here, I'm giving up thieving. Really.
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
I left behind. I'm just another Forsworn, sent to rot here in this mine.
Other prisoners get suspicious when we talk to each other, so keep it down. You
Maybe
give me
some
one
skooma?
more look, and I cut you open. That skooma's mine. Getting the shakes, huh? All right, take it. Oh, gods keep you.
Kind of random.
Until next time.
No, you can't have it. Oh, but I feel like a skooma addict would not want me to have it, and anyone who wasn't would want to keep it for trade. Or skooma addicts that are getting the shakes. But, you know, what do I know?
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Here's your shiv. Promise you won't ever use it on me, okay?
Yes, what is he in here for?
The first time, thieving. The second time, thieving. The third time, thieving. It kinda keeps going like that. Uh-huh.
It's got a problem with thieving. Let's see.
Prison's not so bad. Ready to pay the toll? One shiv. Alright, head on in. But don't try anything in there. Madanak is smarter than you think.
The guard let me in exchange for a shiv. Be grim. Oh wow, this guy's looks like he's, for his situation, he's doing okay. Smuggling some honey nut treats for him. You have like a freaking block of cheese. In case I get hungry. If you have all the honey nut and wine. The heck? Guy lives like a king. His own chest? Okay. He has like a nice bed and everything. So here's the king of the Forsworn.
Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast, caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed?
Alright, gang. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it here.
Our struggle is...
with the king of the Forsworn.
Our people...
Until next time, in the land of Skyrim.